This would be a cool video. It's something I've been dreaming and thinking about for a long time. Just hoping to be able to be doing an intro video into my project and how I got here and all that cool stuff. So for those of you that are new to the channel or have been a subscriber of mine for a long time, this channel started out on my fishing adventures when I was a teenager up through college and out of college for a little while, and all that came with that, and that was a lot of fun. And I still fish, not near as much. It's not that I don't enjoy it anymore. I just a lot of people say life happens, and I say life happens in a good sense. I've just been busy doing other things. My attention's been to other things, working on my other home before this one, advancing in my job, and meeting new friends, and spending time with them and family. So just different things have been going on, and with that was planning for something like this along the way. So channel's been stagnant for a while. Hadn't really been much on that. I did some stuff with the dogs here and there and so forth, but I had always hoped someday I'd revamp it with a project car, project truck, and that's what we're going to be doing. So with that, I'll introduce you to my new to me 1970 Ford F100. Today is March 12th, 2026. I brought this home, my wife and I, on March 6th, 2026. I have been looking for something for a long time. Not necessarily seriously looking, but looking, just checking Marketplace, Auto Trader, Bring a Trailer, all sorts of stuff. Kind of had a budget in mind that I wanted to stick with. I didn't want anything fully restored. That's way too expensive. Didn't really want somebody's weekend warrior that they have a bunch of time and money in and want to get so much out of it. I was really looking for a project, something to learn on. I don't sit here and pretend to be a master mechanic or know everything there is to know about classic cars or trucks, but I will tell you that I love classic cars and trucks, and I want to learn more about them and how to work on them. And for the most part, these vehicles are pretty basic. There's not a whole lot to getting them running, keeping them running, and figuring out little gremlins along the way. So, and with that, there's a just vast knowledge base on YouTube and forums on how to do a lot of this. And I'm actually going to link a bunch of channels in the description below of people that have kind of motivated me through the years and inspired me to do this, to get this, and learn how to work on it and all those things. And quite a few trucks that really inspired me to go this route over like a 65 to 68 Mustang. I was looking at those two. Huge shout out to Tom's Reverb. If you ever see this, love your channel, man. Love what you guys are doing. A Mustang still on the books, maybe later on. But the truck, I love the idea of basically making it a Mustang underneath, but having the truck body and having a useful bed and things like that. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun fixing this truck up. And that's what you guys are going to be doing with me along the way. I have to get a huge shout out to my wife, Tiffany. She's inside right now, but this home, this garage, this truck would not be here without her. So you can call it corny, you can call it sentimental, but it's the absolute truth. I don't neglect some of the blessings and opportunities I've had up to this point without her. So she went with me. She drove 3 hours with me to go just to look at it the first time, make sure it was something we wanted, and then a week later we drove back out and we picked up and trailered it home. So she is my my rock in this, my ride or die in this. So she's excited for me. It's something I've talked about for a long time. So she's excited to see something here, and I think she's excited to stop getting Marketplace ads and me showing her, hey, what do you think about this one? What about this one? This one looks pretty cool. Let's go look at it. So that'll be neat. And I've looked at quite a few trucks actually over the last year. I drove one, a 68 that I liked. He just wanted too much. I went and looked at a few others, but a lot of the other ones I was looking at, they were quite a bit more than I paid for this truck. Were crunchy. Man, Texas, people want a fortune for these trucks regardless, but Texas truck country, man, the people who kind of know the market with these trucks, they're asking a lot. And so thankfully, I actually found this seller I'd say about 7 or 8 months ago. I put like a want to buy ad on Marketplace, just to see if anybody would reach out. Like maybe there's that guy who's got one sitting in his garage that he doesn't drive anymore, or it was a project he never finished, it's taking up space, and maybe he'd be scrolling and see one and be like, hey, you know what? And it worked. I got a lot of responses that way. I'm not saying you should do that. Marketplace can be absolutely absurd and insane. I got a lot of spam, and a lot of people not reading the ads either, thinking that the truck that I had pictured was for sale. So a lot of time wasted on that effort, but without that, I also wouldn't have found this truck. So a lot of people did reach out to me with legitimate offers. Some cool trucks, just not trucks that ended up being what I wanted or within the price range, and or something that I could go look at quick enough. I wasn't quite ready to gamble on a super long trip somewhere, like a 10, 12, 15-hour trip out of state or something like that on a gamble, and then see it and be like, oh my gosh, man, this thing's worse off than I thought. And part of that was because I hadn't done this yet. I hadn't got a project truck or a project car, dove into it to see how much I really enjoy it, and if it's something I'm going to want to keep doing long term. At that point, maybe someday I start making longer trips like that for the right vehicle. So anyway, if you put an ad out, just be mindful of the junk you may get, and, do your homework on vetting the person who's sending you stuff. Thankfully, this guy checked out. We had originally talked like back, I don't know, August, September, something like that last year. And this, I'm going to show you guys a truck, but this was originally a long bed. He was in the process of cutting it down. He did the frame, started the bed, but didn't finish. And he had originally given me a number, and he said, though, as he was doing this, he knows the market pretty well too. He's a truck guy. He loves old trucks, and he said, hey, when I'm finished with this thing, I'm going to probably have to ask more for it because I know I'm going to get it. And I didn't fight him with that. We hadn't agreed that I was going to buy it for a certain price or anything. We had just talked, and I said, yeah, pretty much I get it, but that's not really what I want to spend. So we kind of just went our separate ways. No harm, no foul, and that was that. So I kept on the hunt through last year, early into this year, just wasn't finding anything. I said, went and looked at a few trucks, and nothing was panning out. So I told my wife, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna text that guy. I'm gonna just see if he finished the truck. I kind of just wanted to see what he had done. And sure enough, I reached out, and he hadn't really worked on it much at all since we had last talked. He'd finished a few things, but he had some other things come up and some other vehicles he was interested in, and this kind of was just on the back burner. And he asked if I was interested. Well, maybe. How much do you want now? Since it's not finished. And he shot me a number, which I was happy to see. We talked a little bit. I said, well, let me get out there and look at it. Went out there and looked at it. We negotiated a little bit more. Came to a deal, and she's home. He was a great seller. Worked with me. Sent me, even beforehand, sent me tons of pictures, tons of videos, pictures of the VIN, all of that stuff. That's hard to find on Marketplace, at least in my experience, is somebody willing to take the time to answer your questions. And fair, you don't want to waste your time answering someone's questions if they're not going to be a real, potential buyer. But I mean, that's part of the gamble, right? If you want to have a good sell, you need to be willing to work with potential buyers. But I get it. Marketplace can be crazy, so I totally understand. But anyway, I'm excited she's here. I'm excited it's home. Lots to do. Lots to plan. I'm starting to compile parts here and there. It runs. It doesn't run very well because the carburetor just dumps fuel everywhere. So I've got a rebuild kit coming. That'll be the first order of business, rebuilding the carb. See how it acts after that. Get it moving under its own power. I was able to reverse it off the trailer, so I know reverse at least works. So I'm pretty sure it's going to go into gears just fine. I need to mess with the shifter linkage a little bit. It's got a late 80s, from what I'm told, 302 in it and a C6. It's straight piped right now, so it needs exhaust. The bed's toast in the front. If I have a visitor coming, I can hear claws. Who do we got? Oh my goodness, that's a cold one. So, yep, and text, yep. So hence the name of the channel right now. It used to be Bayou Basking when I fished all the time. It's now Texas Ridgebacks, for good reason. We may change it up another time. Cole, don't you hit that camera tripod. But anyway, so with that little brief introduction of the kind of journey here and the truck, let's take a look at it.